It was 1957, and Chet Atkins sat in RCA Studio B in Nashville, staring at a problem that could end his career. The young guitar picker from Tennessee had just been promoted to head of A&R at RCA Records, making him one of the most powerful men in country music. But right now, he was about to throw it away for a sound that didn't exist yet. The artist sitting across from him was Elvis Presley, and Elvis wanted to record a gospel album. Not just any gospel album. He wanted to sing sacred songs with the same raw passion that he brought to rock and roll. The problem was simple. Gospel did not sell records in 1957, and RCA's executives were already nervous about Elvis's rebellious image. But Chet heard something else in Elvis's voice when he sang those old hymns. He heard the same thing he'd been chasing his entire life, the sound of breaking barriers. Chet had grown up poor in rural Tennessee, teaching himself guitar by listening to Django Reinhardt and Merle Travis on the radio. While other country guitarists stuck to simple chord progressions, Chet developed a finger-picking style that he borrowed from jazz, classical, and pop music. His technique was so unusual that other musicians called it impossible. When he had first arrived in Nashville, the established players dismissed him. Country music had rules, they said. Guitars were supposed to accompany singers, not take the spotlight. But Chet kept pushing boundaries, layering melodies in ways that shouldn't have worked, but somehow did. Now, as a producer, he faced the same resistance. The Nashville establishment had formulas for success, and deviating from them was considered professional suicide. But that day in the studio with Elvis, Chet made a decision that would change everything. He told Elvis to sing from his heart, "Consequences be damned." They recorded "He Knows Just What I Need" and several other gospel songs, with Chet's guitar weaving intricate patterns behind Elvis's passionate vocals. The session was electric, but when they finished, Chet knew he was taking an enormous risk. The album, later released as His Hand in Mine, became Elvis's first gospel record, and eventually went gold. More importantly, it opened the door for artists to cross genres without losing their identity. Country singers could sing pop, rock artists could record ballads, and gospel could sound like anything the artist felt. Chet's real breakthrough came from what he had learned during those sessions. He realized that his job wasn't to fit artists into pre-existing categories. It was to help them find their own sound, even if it meant creating new categories entirely. This philosophy transformed Nashville. Under Chet's guidance, RCA became the birthplace of the Nashville sound, a smoother, more sophisticated approach to country music that used orchestral arrangements and pop sensibilities. Critics called it too commercial, but it brought country music to millions of new listeners. Chet applied the same boundary-breaking approach to his own playing. He played country music with jazz harmonies, recorded pop songs with finger-picking patterns, and created instrumental albums that defied every category. His guitar became an extension of his curiosity. While other producers chased trends, Chet chased possibilities. He signed artists that other labels rejected, recorded songs that the radio would not play, and consistently proved that the most dangerous thing in music was playing it safe. By the time he retired, Chet Atkins had produced more hit records than anyone in Nashville history. He'd been inducted into both the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of the very few people to achieve both honors.